Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 27th of December for the Sun or the Ascendant. This is an exciting week where we make the transition from the old to the new, and please stay with me. I'm going to give you a broad overview of what to expect, but then we'll dive deep for each of the 12 zodiac signs. Now this week sees Uranus very prominent in the sign of Taurus. It's forging an amazing link with the Sun and a challenging link to Saturn. Saturn's in the futuristic sign of Aquarius. So where we're realistic about the future, it will support us, particularly as it forges a very enabling link to Mars, the planet of passion, in the sign of Sagittarius, is about expansion. So if we're thinking about expansion but going through all the research and really taking things on a step-by-step basis, Saturn will reward us. If we try to rush things, Saturn's clash with Uranus will just stress us out. The big picture of this week is the collection of energy in the sign of Capricorn. But this does see Mercury going into its shadow period in this sign, and despite the fact that it does meet with Pluto, which could see us very analytical, I think a lot of people are going to be thinking about what their role in life is, what their goals are, their ambitions for the new year. So as we set that intention, all those resolutions, I think we're all going to be trying to keep our feet very much on the ground, which is a good thing. But Mercury's retrograde just says that as we make our way into the new year, things can alter quite quickly. So even the best laid plans need to be made, but with a mindfulness that flexibility is going to be important. And it could be other people that actually in some ways force our hand because of Mercury moving at the end of this week into the sign of the group Aquarius. So it may be a friend, somebody who we feel we can connect with in a collaborative way. Maybe their situation is going to change. So goal setting for ourselves, that's going to be straightforward, but where we have to link to others or rely on the support of others, that may be more complex. Also, Jupiter moves into one of its two home zones on Wednesday of Pisces. It's going to be moving through Pisces twice in 22, but also the sign of Aries twice as well. So that's really, really exciting. But this initial movement of Jupiter into Pisces also sees it link in a right angle to the North Node in the sector of communication. Jupiter in Pisces is very spiritual. It can see us, see the best in people and situations, but it also can be maybe a little bit too hopeful. So again, the theme is to be as realistic as possible. But the wonderful new moon in Capricorn at the end of this week and its link with Uranus just suggests that innovation, technology, new approaches to our lives in lots of different ways are going to be a massive theme throughout year 2022. Sometimes change is as good as a rest, but sometimes staying as we are just isn't an option. So when we're forced to make changes, that's a much more uncomfortable process. And that could be where the clash between Saturn and Uranus shows itself. But if we can be progressive, embrace new possibilities, try to think outside the box, we can make the most of this transition into this new year. Now please stay with me for your detailed zodiac sign, but if you've yet to order your year 2022 personal forecast, please see the link beneath this video. You can get 30% off and a character analysis, and don't worry, when you order it, I will give you 12 months full months from the time of that order, or if you still order just at the end of year 21, you will get the rest of that year free. Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your in-depth forecast for week commencing the 27th of December. Now, have you noticed over past years that once the Sun moves through the winter solstice and goes into the sign of Capricorn, that your energy can deplete a little bit, or at least your desire to be a bit more homey or sheltered, or to spend some more time ruminating about more personal issues, does become more pronounced, and it really bounces back once the sun moves into your sign. Last year it was the 19th of January. This year it's going to be the 20th. And once the sun re-enters Aquarius, then it brings the energy back up. So I think there could be a need to squirrel yourself away to some degree this week. Have some moments of reflection. Totally understandable. There may be a particular relationship that you're thinking a lot about. Mercury does enter your sign at the end of this week, which is a very positive thing, and Mars in your sector of friendship is forging a very constructive link to your co-ruler of Saturn. So if you're thinking long term, but you're just doing all the planning behind the scenes, the researching, really ready to prime yourself up to launch yourself out, things can start to evolve for you by the end of this week. But I think your modern ruler Uranus's link to the sun can be very positive, suggesting all the experiences you've gained over a long period of time are being gathered together, ready to galvanise you forwards for the following month. But it may mean changing things up a little bit, and because you're a fixed sign, sometimes what you know is more comforting. So there's a mixture of energies going on this week, and of course your two co-rulers are back in conflict. That became exact on Christmas Eve, and they're really not on the best of terms until about the first week of March. So what does that mean? I think it means that energy, or your individual energy, needs to be prioritized into the things that are really important, but some distractions around where you live, how you live there, who with, family stuff, that could be impacting on your vitality. So if you find yourself with the need to go off and quietly meditate, maybe get in contact with some old friends, do something quite meditative with a pursuit or a hobby, it wouldn't be a surprise this week. But with that glorious Mars position, if you can be with people you really feel safe and secure with, then some kind of quiet gathering to see in the new year might be just about perfect for you. And I'd like to wish you a very happy 2022.